Hey everybody, this is Robius5991 here with Online Knights, and today I'm here to bring in another Halo 4 Forge map showcase. So today's map is entitled Space Command Relay, and it is accompanied by the game type Infected Command Relay, both of which have been submitted to us by the Honorary Knight system by BearClawsKiller. So today's feature is evidently an infection flood map. It is a free roam infection map, so this is really awesome. You got a large facility built on an asteroid, and the humans will spawn in two separate spots, and basically they are allowed to go on a free roaming adventure, find as many weapons as they can to hold out. They have the option to build turrets, pick up vehicles, whatever they please, and just basically maneuver themselves, find whichever spot they prefer to camp in, and do their best to survive against the flood. So that little tower you just saw there is actually the flood initial spawn. This game type does support alpha flood, so as you'll see here, this is me just rushing in as an alpha flood. The map's pretty big actually. The multiple facilities are not all necessarily connected. Two of them have some tunnels between them which allow you to work your way around. And it is working on a basic damage table, so you'll see the flood will just kill in one hit as usual. And it's basically just the classes that changed in this game type. So over here we have the garage area, inside which you have two mongooses and a warthog, along with a turret defending it. That's personally one of my favorite spots to at least begin holding out. Then I kind of maneuver my way around the map depending on how many humans I have left. Over here we have another one of the facilities. You can see there's bridge work going over all of the rocks. Whenever you build a Dominion turret, please keep in mind that during flood it will attack even the humans, since it counts as a free-for-all game type, so beware about that. If you're going to build it, definitely stay behind it. This is just a small building here. You got like a deactivated teleporter. You got a ton of computers and everything. So here is me using the warthog. We kind of forgot about the turret, as you can see, and I kind of tried to bring us back, and we totally failed. We got hooked up on here. My gunner decided to jump out, so before I noticed another one got in, I thought I'd take out my saw and fight, but we ended up getting wiped out by the flood. They do start at a height advantage, so that kind of forces the humans to group together or go inside a building if they prefer, just to survive. As you saw right there, that is the saw spawn, so if you want to pick up that gun, definitely a useful asset. I would suggest going there. You can see some of the humans prepping themselves to camp inside that room. There are two entry points though, so it's not really an invincible position. Here, as you work your way down, you can go towards all these different bridged areas. Good warthog pathing as well, but it is pretty tight-knit, so it's a hard survival tactic if you want to really do your best with the warthog. This is the main facility. It's pretty big because it consists of two different buildings that kind of attach themselves. So here you have the main core generation room. You've got some of the emergency lighting going. You got your computer screens and the big cores in the middle. Here you can go by this line of sight broken area. This is awesome because it kind of like forces you to work the corners. You got different tables in here. You got sandbags. There are multiple entry points here, so it is really a hard position to hold because the flood can come from so many different areas. He's got tons of doorways, and that's definitely something I enjoy about this. He did a great job. Then there's a lot of little areas like this, very, very tight-knit. You can jump your way up. This is kind of like to an attic, so very small. You got a lot of cut-off areas that don't allow you to progress any further. And right here's a little bedroom with like a simple buck bed concept. You got two of them, and then you got an open window over there. And yet again, you can see you can just easily jump over here over this slightly barricaded area. There's just so many spots to work your way from, so if you go past the crates and the crane and everything, you'll see you can go into this room here. This is just a tiny little storage area on the far side. You can't really hold it with a lot of people because the flood will just cram themselves in and just wipe you all out in the end, so I don't personally suggest it unless you're just one or two people. Once again, here's the garage. Like I said, one of my favorite areas. You're going to get to see in a little bit. I kind of went Rambo with the turret. I definitely enjoyed using it because it was a lot of fun. As you can see, there was a warthog there just slamming right through the flood. I thought that was hysterical, but sadly they get wiped out right away. So if you want to use the hog, be sure to do it right at the beginning, because later on when they have the advantage of numbers, there's almost no chance of survival. So right here I was using my Promethean Vision, which is very cool on this map, but it's tricky because the flood can come from so many spots. They will sometimes even spawn on the roof of buildings, so they'll just drop in on you and freak you out, so be careful about that. I find the turret is an amazing asset here, especially if you detach it, because in its current position you don't actually have a lot of aim. This kind of forces you to rip it off, thus eliminating your unlimited ammo source, but it is pretty much a powerhouse weapon to cover your teammates with, so you got to do your best there. You can see some of us here were piling up in the corner. One of us got assassinated, but I ended up taking out the player. And right here, I believe, is where eventually I get wiped out because I get attacked from above by a flood that I wasn't expecting at all. So you could just see him flying right in, and boom, I am out. They'll just go from the roof and do like an awesome lunge with the thruster pack and take you out. Here's once again a little bit of warthog footage. And like I said, you could have gone all around the building if we wanted to there, but this is the same footage actually, and where we ended up getting crashed and wrecked in the end. It's kind of unfortunate, but I just love this kind of thing where we tried to split apart and build up a convoy, but it was really just too much at the last minute. There was too many flood for us to handle. This is another strategy somebody found, definitely just using the hallways to your best of abilities. Using the saw, you can just mow the flood down. But unfortunately, there is more than one entrance to these places, so you just get attacked from the side. These are all the players we want to thank for helping us test out the map. Thank you guys as usual. We always appreciate your time and your feedback. And this map was definitely a lot of fun, and I suggest it for a download. So this has been Robius5991 here with Online Nights. If you want to know how to submit your own map to us to have it featured, please check the video entitled The Honorary Night System, linked at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.